Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into something called Clawdbot. It's this open source AI assistant that has just gone completely viral, and the tech world is buzzing. Why? Because it promises to be a totally new kind of AI. So let's get right into it.
All right, let's just start with a problem that I know you've felt, because I have too, with pretty much every AI out there. For all their amazing power, they've got two huge flaws. They're totally passive, and yeah, they are ridiculously forgetful.
You know the drill. Current AI tools, they're basically just stuck inside a browser tab. They sit there waiting for you to ask them something, and the second you close that tab, poof, it's like the conversation never even happened. So what does that really mean? It means they're not really a partner, are they? They're more like a fancy search engine that you have to keep reminding what you're doing. The whole mental load is on you. You have to remember to use them, remember the context, and spoon-feed them information over and over again. Okay, but what if we just flipped that whole dynamic on its head? Well, that's where this new open-source tool, Clawdbot, comes in. It's promising something totally different. A proactive, 24/7 Jarvis-style assistant that actually does things for you. So here's the big idea, and it's pretty simple. Imagine an AI that isn't some app you have to open, but is just a contact in your phone. Like right there between your mom and your work group chat, living inside the messaging apps you already use all day, every day, like WhatsApp or Signal or iMessage. And you know what? This idea has absolutely caught fire with developers. The project just blew up online, getting over 29,000 stars on GitHub in just a matter of weeks. I mean, that makes it one of the fastest growing open source projects in a long, long time. The hype is definitely real. So why all the hype? What is the big deal? Let's break it down into what I'm calling its three core superpowers, because they really do change the game. Okay, first up, and this is the big one, the real headline grabber. Clawdbot is proactive. That means, unlike literally any other mainstream AI you've ever used, it can text you first. And you can see the difference right here. It's pretty stark. While something like ChatGPT just sits there waiting for you, you can set up Clawdbot to automatically text you a morning briefing. Or maybe it sees a deadline coming up in your chat history and gives you a little nudge. It can even let you know when some long process on your server is finally done. It's a small change, but it feels like the difference between a dumb tool and a smart intern who's got your back. All right, superpower number 2 is something called a local first architecture. Now, that might sound a little technical, but what it really means for you is privacy. It is a total game changer. Clawdbot is self-hosted. You install it and run it on your own computer. And the benefits are huge. We're talking about your data completely under your control. Its entire memory, your whole chat history is just stored in simple text files right on your own computer. There's no vendor lock-in, and you get to decide exactly which files and folders the bot is even allowed to look at. Your private info never leaves your machine. Okay, number 3. And this is probably the most powerful and maybe the scariest feature of them all. It's called shell access. This basically lets the AI break out of the browser and interact directly with your entire computer. And this is the leap, right? This is what takes Clawdbot from being just another chatbot and turns it into something more like a real digital employee. It means it can read files, write files, run code, check on your servers, all because you sent it a simple text message. It can do actual real-world work. Okay, but all this incredible power, it doesn't come for free. There are some really serious trade-offs here, and you absolutely need to know what you're getting into before you dive in. I mean, listen to the creator himself, Peter Steinberger. He says giving an AI this much control is, well, his word for it is spicy. And I think that's the perfect way to put it. It's an experiment, wiring a powerful AI directly to your real life. And look, the team behind this isn't trying to hide anything. They are crystal clear about the risks. The official documentation says flat out, there is no perfectly secure setup. Giving an AI this kind of root access opens up some major security holes if you're not super careful. So, on top of the pretty massive security risks, you've got two other big hurdles to jump over. First, this thing is not easy to set up. You need to be comfortable using the command line and managing a server. And second, it costs money to run. You're paying for hardware and for the AI models it uses. And you can see the breakdown here. It's not just a one-time thing.
Whether you buy a dedicated little computer like a Mac Mini or you rent a cheap server for $5 a month, you're still going to be paying for API fees to the AI companies. And that can be anywhere from $20 to over $100 a month, just depending on how much you use it.
So, after all that, the incredible power, the big risks, the costs, the million-dollar question is, should you be using Clawdbot? Is this for you? Look, it really boils down to this. Are you a builder, a tinkerer, someone who loves getting under the hood and customizing your tools? Then yeah, you should absolutely check this out. But if you're just looking for an easy, plug-and-play AI to ask a few questions, you should probably skip this one. For now, anyway.
And that's really what Clawdbot represents, right? It's this exciting, fascinating, maybe even a little scary glimpse into the future of personal AI. And it leaves us with a really big question, one we're all going to have to answer for ourselves. For an AI to be truly, truly helpful, how much control are you really willing to hand over?